So I'm currently at IMAX, gonna be working on a big mental challenge today because the fat boys are in Barcelona making videos, so I'm here on my own. Obviously I've got Flora over there, she's being supporting me. I find that when I'm training in smaller groups or nearly on my own, I get more focus on individual challenges rather than bouncing off the team vibe. So I'm making this video to show the process that I would take to break down a big challenge, especially a mental one, because for this one I have a big mental block. Let's see the challenge. All right, so this is the challenge. So I would like to do a flip from the ground here over this wall, landing on that wall, and I want to stick it, hopefully. But the problem is when I stand there trying to do it, I get the biggest mental block because from the run up, the landing is completely blind. So that's all you see from the run up. And if I run towards it, only now I get to see it. And by then I'll be doing a flip. So it's really hard to get in the zone and stay focused when I'm building up for this challenge. So in my opinion, there's 3 things that I need in order to commit to this safely. I need the power to physically make the distance and the jump. I need the technique to be able to control my body on the wall. And I finally need the belief, which is probably the most important one, which is what I'm struggling with, which is in the moment of commitment, I need to be 100% confident that I'm gonna be okay. When you're building up for a big challenge like this, especially when it's mental, you get a lot of doubts before the moment that you commit. And if you commit to it whilst you're having doubts, that is when you're most likely to get injured, in my opinion. It's really important that before I even think about executing this, I know when I look at it, I'm 100% confident that I'm gonna be fine, or I won't be fine. So I'm gonna spend the first part of today just trying to break down those 3 components, making sure I've got the power, I've got the technique, and I've got the confidence, and I'm gonna see whether I'll be able to do it today. But first, I'm gonna do a little warm up on the spot here. Oh, God. I am now warmed up. For me, the main thing is to understand what my doubts are about the challenge and find logical preps that remove the doubt and give me trust in my ability so that it's not in my mind prior to sending it. So for this gap, for example, one of the main doubts I have is that will my feet even land on the wall? Because from here, when I flip, I will completely rely on my instinct to land on that wall. Another thing is if I don't push enough power into it, I would be scared to put not enough power and then maybe slip my feet forwards or fall backwards. And then the final thing, which is probably the most scary factor for me, is after I send it, I want to land with enough control that I don't overshoot and fall onto the stairs. Because if I land here and I stumble forwards, then I could take a nasty fall and I'm not prepared to get injured at this current point in time. So it's important that I need to calculate those 3 factors to make sure I got it good. Alright, so that's 3 out of 3. I'm feeling pretty good about this flip free, landing on the edge every single time. Woo, that's 3 in a row of that one now. So now I know like that if I do the flip with enough power, I should land on the wall. So I would say that's a big tick for my confidence in my side flip. Now I need a place that will prep the actual setup itself. Alright, so I'm currently at this spot at St. Thomas. Here is a replica of the IMAX Kong. It's a little bit easier, I would say, in terms of distance, but it's a bit less droppy, so it means I need to get more height in the side flip, which is a good thing. With this prep, it's really important for me that I land on the wall safely in my first attempt. Otherwise, I might look back on this moment when I want to do the real thing and start doubting my ability. Here we go, shotgun, I land on the wall. I'm also trying to do it with the same run up that I'll have at IMAX, which even though it looks like it should be enough, you need a lot of power to actually make the distance for the flip. And I'm struggling on today because I'm feeling a bit tired. I know that I have enough power to consistently land on the wall, even with the run up. Now we're moving on to this one. Has a small landing area. And because of that, it means I need to be more accurate with the flip pre. This one is even more important for me to get a one bang, because this one is to test my accuracy. Alright, I'm getting plenty of time to spot the wall. So now I'm at a point mentally where I feel pretty much 100% trust in my accuracy, because every single attempt my feet did make contact with the wall. I think my plan of action is to go back to IMAX, look at it, do a few preps and just see how it feels intuitively. Alright, so now we're back at IMAX and I'm starting to feel some anxiety, some excitement and adrenaline in my body, in my chest. I still haven't made the decision whether I will do this today or not, but I'm gonna give it a go. Gonna see how it feels. It definitely looks a lot less intimidating than when I first arrived here today. Once you make your decision whether you're gonna send it or not, I think it's best to break the challenge as soon as you can after you've decided. I would say maximum no more than 10 minutes, because then that's 10 minutes of a lot of time to build doubt in your mind. Once you've decided, I would recommend going right away, as long as you've done all the necessary preps to logically prove that you will be safe doing it. Here's some preps. I am feeling some confirmation. I'm starting to get a rush of adrenaline. I know that if I push exactly like the St. Thomas, I will arrive on top of it. And if I use the same technique, which I use for every single attempt, then my feet will land on the wall and I will be safe. Right now, I'm feeling adrenaline to send it, but my main doubt that keeps popping up, like not getting a good rotation on the flip. So I'm gonna just focus on doing a good flip. Feels good. I just need to put it all together. Oh. Okay, on that one, I felt it. I'm 100% doing it today. Even despite all the preparation, I'm still struggling. But on that one, I felt something click in my head. So happy, I'm shaking, I feel great. I'm gonna go for a few more to see if I get a cleaner attempt. Woo. That's what we've all waited for. I fucking did it, yes man! Okay, what a way to finish it. I'm so happy that I got my redemption after 3 years. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the process behind how I break my big challenges. And of course I have days where I can't overcome it, but those are normally days when I didn't follow the process and it's probably better for me to not do it. Even for Dom Tomato, I was seeing him train, and when he did this Kong front, Dom took 2 years to break it. He prepped for it, finding multiple challenges over the course of 2 years, and on the day he did this Kong front, he did the droppy prees, he ticked every single one of his doubts in his mind, and it's because of that he was able to do this with 100% belief and confidence. It's not just that Dom is a madman, although he is. There is a process behind these things, and I think it's something that everyone can learn. Like, be conscious about how you're dealing with fear and mental blocks, so in the future when you're training, if you understand them properly, then you can pick away at the challenge piece by piece until all falls together and you can achieve anything. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe and like this video if you found it helpful and inspiring in any way. Peace, love you guys, and until next week.